What is up, guys? You got NotTheWorst here, bringing another Black Desert online video, and today we're taking a look at the Q&A with the devs part 2. We had part 1. If you didn't catch it before, I put out about a week ago. It was released on the website a little bit earlier than that. This one just came out a few days ago, so I figured I'd go ahead and cover this one as well if you didn't get a chance to see it. Now, this one does have a lot of repetitive questions and things that have been asked before, so I couldn't quite help myself but get a little bit cheeky with the answers. I have condensed it because a lot of these, as you can see, are incredibly long, very long-winded questions and answers both. So I cut down them, got all the important parts in there, a little bit of cynicism involved in it as well. So if you enjoy that kind of thing, buckle up. If not, the answers to it are actually in here. Anyhow, there's a link to this one, the condensed one, in the description below. This Google Doc page is shared if you want to check it out and read through it. And there's also a link to the original one if you want to spend the next hour of your life weeding through a whole lot of political answers and ridiculously long questions that have been frankly asked before in the past, at least some of them. There are some interesting points though, so go ahead and jump into this, and here we go. So first up, we've got Node Wars and Conquest Wars suck because it's the same guild staying in control. Do you have plans to change this? The answer, yes, but we are still developing ways to fix this. Can you let us lower guild incentives to tier 0 for certain guild members? The guild incentive system is way too inconvenient to use. It's a tiring process every time I give my guild members incentives. No to the 0 tier pay, and yes to UI revamp. They did note that the 0 tier pay, they felt like it'd be exploitable if that was an option, or there'd be a way to exploit giving that option. Are there plans for enhancement levels higher than pen? No. Are you going to expand upon content that uses musical instruments? Yep. Please let other classes use the compose and play system. Working on it. Are there plans to have a single server for multiple regions? This was interesting. I expected this to be a direct no, and actually they said we're going to test this with Thailand and SEA first. They did note it's going to be very difficult to do this kind of thing, but they are planning to try Thailand and SEA to be on a single server and then see how that works, and then go from there. Obviously, everybody would have to be on the same publisher for that to also be a thing. I hope you'll look into optimizing the game and servers a little more closely. There's hunting grounds like Sakrea where I get 30 frames per second, even with an i9-9900K and an RTX 2080 Ti. We plan to update certain areas of Sakrea where frame drop issues occur, and then they did say, let us know if there's other places where you notice that. Are there any plans to lower the silver you can earn from ocean bartering and add more exchange amounts for crow coins? Currently, there aren't a lot of Manos accessories, so it's difficult to get a supply in the central market, and you can't buy enhancement materials due to the large volume of silver. We believe the main enhancement materials, including Manos, should be obtained through the original method, so we plan to keep bartering as a supporting role. This kind of tied in with a question that was asked in part 1, that they are going to continue putting in small nerfs to silver making with bartering. Are there any plans to add a larger variety of Carrack equipment similar to even with Null, for example, an equipment that lets you fire from the front of a ship instead of adding more mounts and ships? How about updating things like this? The answer was maybe. Will there be an outfit that allows Ninja to equip 6 great swords? This question was off the wall. Naturally, their answer was, lol, what? PvP updates. Once again, this gets asked every single Q&A, RBF rewards, etc. Like we've said, every time it's asked, you're getting Thornwood Fortress, and that's it, which is pretty much what they said in like a 3-paragraph long essay. Are there any plans for a PvP mode where players are equipped with the same level of gear? Nah, son, this ain't Blade and Soul. Current skill system for classes seem too simple and mediocre. How about making the skill mechanisms a little more complex by introducing more unique skills to each class? And their response was, how about no? Can you share your thoughts on changing up the current meta of PvP in Black Desert? Because I think there should be a diverse choice on the stats that you put in on your character, unlike now where evasion is a step above. I think creating a diverse set of choices can make adventurers choose their weapons, armors, and accessories more differently. This was actually a great question and a good answer that they gave as well. Current meta is for evasion gear, which is stronger than damage reduction gear. So I want to ask your thoughts about the gap between evasion and damage reduction. I condensed, they had a paragraph long one for this as well to what was important in it. To be frank, this is what we debate about the most internally. We have plans for evasion nerfs, like taking 1/10 of the damage instead of none at all, or something along those lines, buffing accuracy and buffing DR as well, but we're still figuring it out. They said they've been kind of going through some trial and error, but because it's a drastic change, it's taking some fine-tuning to actually get somewhere with it. There are many theories and assumptions about RNG. Some adventurers even think that certain accounts are chosen. Horoscope, character creation date, enhancement date, time, etc. So is there anything that actually affects RNG? I can't even believe they asked this. Or is RNG really just pure luck? Dude, no. There's no such thing as account luck no matter what your guildie said. But make sure you only click your enhancements on Tuesdays exactly 3 minutes after the morning rooster crows. Wink, wink. I got killed by another player and I'm upset about it. What will you do to fix this? Get good, kid. Is there any hidden content in Black Desert that still remains undiscovered? Not really, but there exists some fun elements that are still hidden. For instance, the Rich Merchant's Ring still hasn't been obtained by any adventurer because the method to obtain it is difficult and remains unclear. There are also content regarding hints for monster drops through NPC lines or hidden caves, and some unique things like a buff for playing music instruments that don't impact the main gameplay, but many adventurers haven't discovered them yet. While we won't set them at too high of a value, we'll continue to create little by little these kinds of fun and hidden elements to add to the feeling of adventure and discovery. When will the door in the ancient stone chamber guarded by Idana's descendant reopen? I'm really curious. We're also looking forward to the day the door reopens. We'll update you when the time comes. Currently, there are several mini-games for life skills such as fishing and Lakiaro. Do you have any plans to make more? Yes, we do plan on increasing the number of mini-games, so please be patient a little longer. It might be a separate content expansion like Lakiaro. Could it be for the purpose of increasing the quality of life in a life skill? While I'm always having fun playing, I want to know if there's any progress on the chariot or oil excavation in the desert, which was previously planned for development, and that was quite a while back. We dropped the chariots, and we're still working on the oil thing. Characters currently don't learn new skills after level 61. Are you at all considering having higher levels let us learn more powerful skills or make characters more powerful? We answered this in part 1. There'll be something like fame rewards at higher levels. Can you change it so I don't lose crystals and XP on death? No, just don't die, forehead. How about adding a mentor-mentee system? For example, after getting into a mentor-mentee relationship, you can complete certain quests for those within a set period of time. In my opinion, this could create a new trend in Black Desert. We actually worked on this for a bit, but ditched it because it was too exploitable, which kind of makes sense. Similar to character tagging, how about making it possible to tag another player's character? Something like granting additional buffs while defeating monster or gathering while tagged, or granting passive skills or skills when certain classes are in a party together. They just said this is not in line with our direction for BDO, and I kind of agree with it. This just felt out of place. Like, thinking about that sort of thing in BDO was like not really what you know BDO to be. In boss battles, instead of just surrounding the boss and hitting it, it'd be more fun if you could defeat the boss using tactical and objective-based attacks such as breaking shields, destroying totems, cutting tails, etc., which is similar to how you defeat Garmoth now. The new Dark Rift Helms boss is quite fun too. We aren't doing this for world bosses. However, you might want to know that we are currently preparing the Pit of the Undying, which is the concept of a PvE arena and emphasizes the importance of tactics and objectives over gear. We want to continue to add tactical objective-based elements in this manner, so we hope you'll look forward to them. In a similar concept to Igor Bartali's adventure log, could you add a book or log that you complete with guild members for permanent buffs? We can try that out. Are there any plans to add mini-games like the ones in Kortuga Ancient Ruins or Abandoned Monastery or to other hunting grounds? I feel like mini-games make hunting grounds more engaging fun. They said, yep, but it would keep in line with like lore or like make sense at the place that it was grinding. I'm someone who doesn't who doesn't do any PvP, etc., but plays Black Desert because I enjoy life skill content. However, I feel like there isn't an endgame content for adventurers who have maximized their life skills. Adventurers who play PvE and PvP can enjoy the search for treasure items or battle in Node War, but life skill adventurers don't have much else to do. Thus, I'd like to ask if there are any plans to add endgame content for life skills. So they said, we don't really consider endgame content for anything, and this isn't something that is limited to certain content, but is the same across all content. In regards to life skill content, we'll continue to expand on a variety of factors to make it more in-depth so you can have more to delve into. While we've announced this before, we will start off by focusing on the Old Moon Grand Prix and make our way to trading afterwards. Now we have this next sentence here, or two sentences rather, that is then crossed out, and it says, as for treasure items, they're also something that are already a part of life skills. There's a strange fish that can only be caught by a character that is at least guru fishing, which is in fact an incredible item that can summon Vel, but unfortunately no one has been successful in catching it yet. And then it's crossed out, so I don't know what they're talking about there. But that's a pretty interesting something there. It can summon Vel, this item. I don't know whether it's crossed out for like they wanted to like kind of be smart with it, like, oh, put it in there but cross it out, so then you're kind of like, huh, what? Or did they cross it out because that item's not in the game yet? Or did they cross it out because someone got it and I haven't heard of it? I don't know, something along those lines, but it was definitely an interesting read for that nonetheless. For alchemy characters that are at least Guru Alchemy can synthesize a summoning scroll for Zarka, the Lord of Corruption. We'll either give a little bit of hints or prepare other ways for these two items to get more attention. They still did leave in that two more items at the bottom there, so just something to know. So that's it for the Q&A. Again, the links to these are in the description below for the edited version here and then the straight up version both. And that's it. What do you guys think about this stuff in here? This one wasn't quite as informative as the first part, which is to be expected. I imagine way less people read part 2 as they would part 1, so they kind of put the like goofier questions that didn't need to be asked in it. So I kind of get it. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to like it. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe so you get notifications when new videos go live. And if you want to catch me playing live, there's a link to my Twitch page in the description below as well. You can click on that and drop a follow over there so you get notifications from Twitch for live streams. With that said, that's going to be it for this video. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I will see you next time.